In which states should you move to if you want to pay less on gas taxes? When you will see the difference between the state ranked last and the one ranked first, you won't believe the massive difference. But before we start, it's important to know that some of the states have variable rates, while others have fixed rates. And so for both, the tax rate could be different based on when you watch this video. Now that you know that, let's get into it. At 50th place, Alaska, the coldest state in the nation, sits at a fixed rate of 8.9 cents. With a population under 800,000 and huge oil production, the state doesn't rely heavily on gas taxes, and it also has far fewer roads to maintain compared to most states. At 49th place, Hawaii, the Aloha state, comes in at a fixed rate of 18.5 cents. Even though the tax itself isn't that high, the state's remote island location means fuel has to be shipped in, which drives up the final price you actually pay. At 48th place, New Mexico, the second state with the most sunny days, sits at a fixed rate of 18.9 cents. With just over 2 million people spread across a large area, the lower population density helps keep road usage and maintenance costs relatively low. At 47th place, Arizona, the Grand Canyon state, lands at a fixed rate of 19 cents. With hot, dry weather most of the year, roads don't crack and break as often as in colder states, which helps reduce long-term repair costs. At 46th place, Texas, the Lone Star state, comes in at a fixed rate of 20 cents. As the largest oil-producing state in the country, Texas has more flexibility and doesn't need to lean as heavily on gas taxes for revenue. At 45th place, Oklahoma, the Sooner state, also sits at a fixed rate of 20 cents. With a population of around 4 million and a fairly spread out layout, the demand on road infrastructure stays lower than in more densely packed states. At 44th place, Louisiana, the Pelican state, comes in at a fixed rate of 20.9 cents. Even though hurricanes and flooding can damage roads pretty often, the state still keeps taxes lower, partly to avoid putting extra pressure on residents. At 43rd place, Mississippi, one of the states with the lowest median household income, sits at a fixed rate of 21.4 cents. With median household income well below the national average, keeping fuel taxes lower helps reduce the financial burden on residents. At 42nd place, Delaware, the first state, comes in at a fixed rate of 23 cents. It's one of the smallest states in the country, so with fewer miles of road to maintain, overall funding needs stay relatively limited. At 41st place, North Dakota, the Peace Garden state, sits at a fixed rate of 23 cents. Even with very cold winters, the state only has around 800,000 residents, which keeps total infrastructure demand lower. At 40th place, Nevada, the Silver State, lands at an adjustable rate of 23.8 cents. With major tourism hubs like Las Vegas bringing in millions of visitors each year, the state can rely on outside spending to help support infrastructure. At 39th place, New Hampshire, the Granite State, comes in at a fixed rate of 23.8 cents. The state is known for its low tax approach overall, and that same philosophy applies to fuel taxes as well. At 38th place, Wyoming, the least populated state in the country, sits at a fixed rate of 24 cents. With fewer than 600,000 residents across a massive area, there's simply less daily pressure on roads compared to larger states. At 37th place, New York, the Empire State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 24.9 cents. With nearly 20 million residents and massive infrastructure demands, the state uses a flexible system to keep funding steady over time. At 36th place, Connecticut, the Constitution State, sits at an adjustable rate of 25 cents. Being part of a densely populated region in the Northeast, the state relies on a more flexible system to keep up with consistent road usage. At 35th place, Arkansas, the natural state, also comes in at a fixed rate of 25 cents. With a population just over 3 million and a mostly rural layout, infrastructure costs stay more manageable compared to urban-heavy states. At 34th place, Kansas, the Sunflower State, lands at a fixed rate of 25 cents. The state's flat geography makes building and maintaining highways simpler and less expensive over time. At 33rd place, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 26.4 cents. The state ties part of its tax to fuel prices, allowing it to adjust revenue as costs change instead of constantly passing new laws. At 32nd place, Tennessee, the Volunteer State, sits at a fixed rate of 27.4 cents. With a population of nearly 7 million and steady growth, demand for better roads has been gradually increasing. At 31st place, Massachusetts, the Bay State, comes in at a fixed rate of 27.5 cents. With over 7 million residents packed into a relatively small area, road usage is high, and older infrastructure adds to maintenance costs. At 30th place, South Carolina, the Palmetto State, lands at a fixed rate of 28.8 cents. The state has slowly increased its gas tax over the years to improve road quality after long periods of underfunding. At 29th place, Colorado, the Centennial State, sits at an adjustable rate of 29.2 cents. Mountain terrain, snow, and elevation changes make road construction and repairs significantly more expensive. At 28th place, Missouri, the Show Me State, comes in at a fixed rate of 29.9 cents. After years of keeping taxes low, the state recently raised rates to better support long-term infrastructure projects. At 27th place, South Dakota, the Mount Rushmore State, sits at a fixed rate of 30 cents. With tourism bringing in millions of visitors every year, the state can rely partly on out-of-state drivers to help fund roads. At 26th place, Iowa, the Hawkeye State, also comes in at a fixed rate of 30 cents. With a strong agricultural economy, maintaining reliable road networks is essential, especially for transporting goods across the state. Alright, now we're officially stepping into the top half of the list. From here on out, things start climbing faster, and the differences between states become a lot more noticeable. And trust me, once we hit the top 3, the gap is honestly kind of insane. At 25th place, Alabama, the Yellowhammer State, sits at a fixed rate of 31 cents. With a population of around 5 million and growing infrastructure needs, the state has gradually increased taxes over time to keep up. At 24th place, Vermont, the Green Mountain State, sits at a fixed rate of 31.4 cents. With a population of around 650,000 and long, cold winters, road maintenance costs add up, especially with snow and ice damage. At 23rd place, Maine, the Pine Tree State, comes in at a fixed rate of 31.4 cents. With one of the snowiest climates in the country, constant plowing and road repairs push infrastructure costs higher. At 22nd place, Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, sits at an adjustable rate of 31.9 cents. With over 5.7 million residents and extremely cold winters, the state uses a flexible system to keep up with ongoing repair costs. At 21st place, Nebraska, the Cornhusker State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 32.7 cents. With a large agricultural economy and long transportation routes, consistent road funding is essential here. At 20th place, Wisconsin, the Badger State, sits at a fixed rate of 32.9 cents. With nearly 6 million residents and freezing winters, maintaining roads year-round becomes more expensive. At 19th place, Idaho, the Gem State, comes in at a fixed rate of 33 cents. With a growing population now over 2 million and a mix of rural and mountainous terrain, infrastructure needs are steadily rising. At 18th place, Montana, the third largest state by land area, sits at a fixed rate of 33.8 cents. With vast distances between cities, maintaining long stretches of highway increases overall costs. At 17th place, Georgia, the Peach State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 33.9 cents. With a population of over 11 million and major urban centers like Atlanta, the state uses a flexible system to keep up with heavy traffic demand. At 16th place, West Virginia, the Mountain State, sits at an adjustable rate of 35.7 cents. Mountain terrain and a smaller population make road construction and maintenance more complex and costly. At 15th place, Ohio, the Buckeye State, comes in at a fixed rate of 38.5 cents. With nearly 12 million residents and a large highway system, maintaining roads requires steady funding. At 14th place, Utah, the Beehive State, sits at an adjustable rate of 39.2 cents. Rapid population growth, especially around Salt Lake City, has increased demand for expanded infrastructure. At 13th place, Florida, the Sunshine State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 39.4 cents. With over 22 million residents and millions of tourists each year, road usage is consistently high across the state. At 12th place, Oregon, the Beaver State, sits at a fixed rate of 40 cents. The state has been gradually increasing taxes to keep up with rising infrastructure costs and environmental policies. At 11th place, North Carolina, the Tar Heel State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 40.6 cents. With a population approaching 11 million, the flexible system helps adjust funding as fuel consumption changes. At 10th place, Rhode Island, the smallest state in the country, sits at a fixed rate of 41.1 cents. Despite its size, dense traffic and aging infrastructure push costs higher. At ninth place, Virginia, the Old Dominion state, comes in at an adjustable rate of 41.6 cents. With heavy commuter traffic, especially around Washington, D.C., road usage remains consistently high. At eighth place, New Jersey, the Garden State, sits at an adjustable rate of 44.9 cents. As one of the most densely populated states, high traffic volume drives the need for strong infrastructure funding. At seventh place, Maryland, the Old Line State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 46.2 cents. With a population of over 6 million and major commuter routes, the state relies on flexible funding to keep roads maintained. At sixth place, Michigan, the Great Lakes State, sits at a fixed rate of 48.2 cents. Harsh winters and freeze-thaw cycles cause significant road damage, increasing maintenance costs. At fifth place, Indiana, the Hoosier State, comes in at an adjustable rate of 54.5 cents. With major interstate highways crossing the state, heavy truck traffic plays a big role in wear and tear. At fourth place, Pennsylvania, the Keystone State, sits at an adjustable rate of 58.7 cents. With one of the largest road networks in the country and aging infrastructure, funding needs are consistently high. At third place, Washington, the Evergreen State, comes in at a fixed rate of 59 cents. With a population over 7.8 million and strong infrastructure investment, the state maintains higher tax levels. At second place, Illinois, one of the states with the highest median household income, sits at an adjustable rate of 66.4 cents. With nearly 13 million residents and major urban centers like Chicago, the state relies on higher, flexible taxes to support its infrastructure. And finally, at first place, California, the state with the highest median household cost of living, sits at an adjustable rate of 70.9 cents. With nearly 40 million residents, heavy traffic, strict environmental regulations, and some of the most expensive construction costs in the country, it's not surprising California lands at the very top. So when you look at the full picture, the difference between Alaska at just under 9 cents and California at over 70 cents is massive. And it really shows how much factors like population, climate, infrastructure, and policy decisions can impact what you pay at the pump. So now I've got to ask you, which state do you think actually gets it right when it comes to gas taxes? Comment your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and check out one of the videos showing on your screen right now to see similar content, and I'll see you there.